What's up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here with Matt Price.
How's it going?
We are at Full Grip Games, and we're live on Twitch. If you haven't already, make sure to check out the Twitch stream, twitch.tv/TrickyGym, where we stream live Pokemon trading card game content every single weekday. We're going to be showing off some Rebel Clash gameplay today. I have got a Toxtricity VMAX deck in my hand. It plays the Garbodor. It allows you to poison your opponent's Pokemon. Toxtricity VMAX does 160 damage plus 80 more if the defending Pokemon is poisoned, and it has 320 HP. Cool new VMAX Pokemon from Rebel Clash. What do you got for us over there, Matt?
We got Dragapult VMAX coming in with its max Phantom attack, being able to do 130 damage for 2 Psychic Energy, and then putting 5 damage counters on your opponent's bench Pokemon however you want. You know, it seems pretty powerful to me. I like that. We got a lot of scoop up nets in here with Jirachis. We got Galarian Zigzagoon. We got a lot of very cool new tools at our disposal. And I think that this card is extremely strong and probably one of my favorite Pokemon in the set here.
Absolutely. And you know, 2 really fun and interesting new VMAX Pokemon. I think that with Rebel Clash coming out, VMAX Pokemon are going to see a huge increase in play as the format progresses. Let's go ahead and kick things off. Would you like heads or tails?
I'll take heads.
And
ooh, off the table.
Yes, heads or tails?
Heads again.
Tails it is. Ooh. So I will go first.
All right, sounds good to me.
Excellent.
Part of me likes losing the coin flip just so I don't have to try and make the decision between going first and second.
Yes, I also agree with you.
I have no basic Pokemon.
Okay, well, I do have one. Now, one of my favorite things about the Lightning decks out of Rebel Clash is that we get that speed Lightning Energy. Such a cool card in this set. Just allows you to draw 2 cards when you play it onto one of your Pokemon. And thank you so much, Straight Up Godly, for that 1,100 bits in the chat. Appreciate you, Straight Up. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Speed Lightning Energy has really changed the way I think that these Lightning decks operate. And this particular list plays Speed Lightning Energy. Acro Bike's goal is to just draw a lot of cards, set up quickly and efficiently, and announce some big attacks with Toxtricity and Toxtricity VMAX.
Sounds good to me.
Hopefully it works.
Doing a lot of damage, drawing a lot of cards, usually pretty good.
Drawing cards is always good. All right, now I will take my mulligan.
Very good.
Best of luck.
All right, good luck and have fun.
Same to you. And I will draw for turn. And I also love Boltund V, new card out of our upcoming Rebel Clash sets, and great partner for all lightning decks should be playing a Boltund V, at least one. So gonna kick things off. The Speed Lightning Energy, definitely like that. I'm going first. Boltund V, you know, great for going second. You get that turn 1, electrify and get some energy into play. But I think I'm just gonna see if I can't go for a turn 2 attack with Toxtricity. So we'll just do that. Drawing 2 cards just feels so unfair. Like, usually,
you haven't even done. All you did was attach an energy, and you're getting 2 extra cards out of it.
Usually, with the you know, with like Acro Bikes, you got to discard 1. But yeah, Speed Lightning just so gas. You get to just draw 2. So I'll Acro Bike, and that's a great draw there.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Send one of those to the discard.
Trubbish out. Toxicity out. Lightning in the discard.
Yes. It's all coming together. Very good. And I'm thinking here that this is a very good setup for turn 2 for me. So I think I'm just going to Pokemon Communicate and trade the Boltund into the deck and go get myself a Tapu Koko. Let's see, and just do a deck search as well. In order to poison, you do have to have a stadium in play. So just want to check my stadiums, see what the stadium situation is in the deck. And one of my issues with the Toxtricity decks is just trying to find room for everything. It's pretty tough.
You got a lot going on. Got a lot that you need to do. Got a lot
set up
got
2
a lot of
Pokemon.
pieces.
Yep. 2 stage 1 Pokemon, essentially. VMAXs are not actually stage 1s, but they feel like them. And I favored Pokemon Communication in this build. I really like.
Yeah, you're playing a lot of different stuff.
That way, I mean, you can use it to go get your basics. Right there, I used it to go get Tapu Koko. You can use it to go get Dedenne. A lot of different ways to utilize that card.
For sure. You probably play a good amount of Pokemon on the deck.
We have like 16 or so. There's plenty of Pokemon. Yeah, like a quarter of the deck's Pokemon. So a lot of targets as well. All right, then I'm just going to pass to you, Matt.
Sure thing. All right. It's a pretty solid top deck. Right. So we're going to be doing a few deck searches. Right now, we're going to start with a, you know what, oh, quick ball away, giant bomb. Let's see here. I need to get a Dragapult into play. I'd like to get some Jirachi into play, maybe an Oranguru into play. I do have a lot of search in my hand. I'm going to be searching my deck 3 times.
One of the coolest things about Dragapult is that it gets that access to Mysterious Treasure.
For sure.
Whereas, like, I am, you know, in this deck, I have to play Pokemon Communication.
You're relying on that Pokemon Communication. You know, Mysterious Treasure, very nice. Lets me get my basics and my evolutions as well.
Yep.
We're going to go ahead and get a Dragapult here.
Sure.
And then we will Quick Ball and Quick Ball again. So 3 Quick Balls in the opening turn. Not too bad.
Definitely not.
We're going to go ahead and get the Jirachi that I wanted to get. Let's see, I have one more Quick Ball. I got a Dragapult already. I'm kind of considering getting a second Jirachi just to have more access to drawing some cards. Because I am going to play down my entire hand this turn.
And I think that this is your only Dedenne in this list.
Yes.
So, unfortunately.
I was wondering if there was a second one in there.
Yes.
Unfortunately, there was not. But I did, very fortunately, top deck and a skateboard.
Ah, very good.
So we're going to go ahead and we'll bench Jirachi. We'll retreat into that guy. And Stellar Wish. Try and hit a supporter card. That is a supporter card.
That'll do.
We're going to get a Marnie. Yep, just going to go ahead and bench the other Jirachi, bench the Dragapult, Marnie, get myself a fresh 5 cards.
And this is actually, I think, Takuya Yoneda's. Yeah, you don't have to shuffle. You got no hand.
We're good.
This is Takuya Yoneda's Dragapult VMAX list. It does not play any Malamars, and it just plays a very, aggressive Jirachi engine. You don't really need Malamar for Dragapult VMAX. The guy only takes 2 energy. Yeah. And thank you so much, Andrew HPU3, for that donation. Appreciate it, Andrew. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.
We'll go ahead and play a switch and do a second Jirachi. And we're going to Stellar Wish one more time for 5. What do I want to take? I don't currently have a supporter in my hand, which makes me think I'm just going to take this Team Yell Grunt.
Seems good. And that card is a card that I think actually could start to see more play.
For sure.
It's kind of feels like a Flare Grunt, kind of feels like a Plumeria.
I'm gonna pass it over to you, Andrew.
Sure. And I think that you've really accomplished everything that you wanted to accomplish.
Sure. I have a little bit of a slow start. My next turn won't be particularly fast, but my hand is pretty set up for going into that. I got this Jirachi here. I'm not too afraid of it getting knocked out, but it could. Something I gotta pay attention to.
All right, I'm gonna use Acro Bike. Kick things off. I got a playable hand here. Just a lot of live cards, a lot of items in this deck, so I do like that. And got a Quick Ball and Electro Power. I already have 1 Quick Ball in my hand. I take the second one. That would allow me to get 2 Pokemon, a Dedenne and something else. So I don't necessarily think that the Electro Powers are going to be... I'm kind of burning through those at this point. It's a little bit unfortunate, but it's fine. I think that you're having a little bit of a slower start. So, and there is the Dedenne on your bench that I know that I can take out eventually as well. Now, an option for me, I could use Boltund to attack this turn.
Sure.
So
you have a lot of options.
Boltund could just knock out the Jirachi, and then we can kind of pivot from there. So another thing that I do want to look out for, actually, and now that I'm kind of looking at this hand, I'm thinking that I may want to actually just really prioritize getting the Garbodor into play, since I know that Dragapult VMAX's attack does 50 damage tonight. Trubbish only has 50 hit points, or 60 hit points. So very easy for you to KO as well. Well, let's see. So I'm either going to Pokemon Communicate the second Toxtricity for the Garbodor, and then Quick Ball once for Dedenne, or I can get 2 Pokemon I'm really feeling getting 2 Pokemon. That feels very good. I'm gonna greedily go into my deck. So we're gonna quick ball away Pokemon Communication and go get myself. I think Boltund seems good.
Yeah, getting a bunch of energy to play. Toxtricity's attack is a little bit costly, so having that extra energy in play is not necessarily a bad thing.
I'm gonna quick ball Electro Power and go get myself a Dedenne GX. So the idea is we hope we hit a supporter card and really draw through our deck. I'm just checking how many Dedennes, how many
researches.
Yeah, how many Garbodors are in the deck. Okay. And cool thing about this deck is that when you're using the Dedenne engine, the Speed Lightning Energy, engine, Acro Bike engine, it's very easy to pull off the Boss's Orders plays. Since that's a supporter, we have a lot of non-supporter draw in the deck, which is very helpful for using the Boss's Orders effectively.
A big benefit of a deck that's just this fast and aggressive, it can kind of, get around the restrictions of playing Boss's Order as your supporter for turn.
Absolutely. So we're going to data change for 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And sure enough, we got a pretty good hand here. So let's see. Speed Lightning. I do have the Garbodor. I know that that's going down for sure. And then I've got at least 1 Lightning Energy in the discard pile. So I do know that I can tap a Koko Prism Star for 1, and I do have a Research. Now, if we find our Zeraora, I have Free Retreat. I could take a knockout with the Boltund this turn. I think... Actually, I got rid of both my Electro Powers, but yeah, 9 energy, or 3 energy would do 100 damage, so that is enough for a KO, which is pretty good. The question is, who do I want my Speed Lightning Energy to go onto? Am I confident that I'm going to be attacking with Toxtricity this turn? Probably not attacking with Toxtricity. I think it's a higher chance that we're attacking with the Boltund. So the Speed Lightning onto Boltund to draw 2 cards. And then I can pretty confidently just quick ball away, and this is kind of the issue where we're running into. It's like I'm quick balling away Speed Lightning Energy. I would like to quick ball away regular energy.
Could be a basic Lightning that you could get the full value out of your Tapu Koko with. So that is probably the main reason not to max it out at 4, just because you'd rather be discarding basic energy over special energy pretty much 99% of the time. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go grab my Zeraora GX. And that way I can just guarantee myself the attack this next turn. So we're going to, or this turn right now, I'm going to use Dance of the Ancients and throw that Lightning Energy from my discard pile onto the Boltund. And then bench Zeraora. That way I have Free Retreat with the Toxtricity. And kind of interesting decision. I could bring up your, actually do have a Boss's Orders in my hand. I could bring up this and soften it up. Just dealing 100 damage to it if you VMAX and, if you VMAX and attack me, then we're kind of just ramping from there. So I think that that's pretty decent. And then I still have some options for next turn. In fact, I do have the... I do have a Speed Lightning in my hand, so that way I could kind of use that next turn to help gain a little bit more momentum as well. So I think I am going to use Boss's Orders, just bring up the Dragapult, and I can use the Boltund's second attack, still learning the names of the attacks here. Boltund V with the Bolt Storm. For 100 damage. 100,
that's pretty good.
Yep.
That's pretty solid. Definitely sets me up for a knockout with your Toxtricity later on.
Yes.
It's like something I don't know. We'll see about that when we get to that. All right. Well, that was not the top deck I was hoping for. Fortunately, I do have a switch in my hand. So we're going to go back into Jirachi. We're going to Stellar Wish. We're going to hope it's good. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's pretty good. Got a Professor's Research.
There you go.
Something we definitely want to see. Definitely just need to get out of this hand. Not much going on. It was... if I got a scoop up net off of this and no supporter, at least I can scoop up net the Jirachi, go into another one, try again, go from there. We're going to go ahead. We're going to VMAX the boy.
All right.
There he is. I do not think I need this Mew. I don't think you're going to be sniping my bench anytime soon.
It's not possible.
Unfortunately, I do not have another Dragapult in play. And, ooh, this will be my second Dragapult I'll have to discard. So that's unfortunate. But
So that's your second Dragapult VMAX?
My second Dragapult VMAX I've had to discard.
There are 4 in the deck.
Just good.
That's good.
Know. So I have 1 in play. I got 2 in here. Is there an ordinary rod in this deck?
There is not.
All right. So
thank you so much to Aaron from Full Grip Games for the 1,000 bits. Says Matt Price Poggers. Also, thank you for the coffee. No, thank you, Aaron, for being awesome.
Thank you, Aaron.
Appreciate you.
All right. So no ordinary rod. Can't get that back. So this is definitely going to get knocked out. Ooh, he's down 1 boss's order though. You're down 1 boss's order.
And down 1 boss's order.
So that's mildly reassuring. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and quick ball. I need another Dragapult V. Let's see. Looking at my other options here. The Galarian Zigzagoon. The Giant Bomb. Now we got this this Psychic Energy, this new Psychic Energy. Do you know the name of this new Psychic Energy?
Yes, I know we don't exactly have
the name.
It's Horror Psychic Energy.
Yes. Okay, this card is very cool as well. I don't know.
It's like a Rocky helmet.
It's like a Rocky helmet, which is it's cool. It's on an energy, which makes it a little bit better. Go ahead and get another Dragapult. Rocky helmet by itself, not the greatest, not the worst. I'm gonna go ahead and utilize that scoop up net here. Scoop up this one. Put up this guy. We're gonna Stellar Wish a second time.
And one of my favorite things about the scoop up net is that it combos very well with Jirachi, obviously. But once that Jirachi hits your hand with the scoop up net, you could Stellar Wish with it again.
You sure can.
Yeah, because that's private knowledge.
It's a new Pokemon as far as the game's concerned.
Exactly.
It's a cool little trick you can do, similar to Propagate Execute. Being able to use that multiple times in a turn. Go ahead and grab a Team Yell Grunt. We're gonna bench the Dragapult. Bench the Jirachi. Yeah, we'll bench the Jirachi. Now I could attack with the VMAX this turn. I don't knock out your Boltund. And you could do not quite enough to knock me out. Now I set up some damage on that guy, 130. Seems pretty good. Let's try that out. I want to attack with this guy.
Let's do it. You know, we're here.
We're here. I want to attack with this card, so I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna go do that right now. And if you knock me out, you know you knock me out, and we'll go from there.
For sure.
But yeah, let's go ahead. Was it Max Phantom?
Max
Phantom for 130 damage. And I can put 5 damage cards wherever I want.
Man, dude, knock yourself out.
Oh boy. All right. Wherever I want, huh? Let's see. Here at 130. I could put all 5 on the Boltund. And if you attack me with the Boltund, your Boltund
It's bench Pokemon.
Ah, it's bench Pokemon.
Yeah, knock yourself out except for not there.
Except for that. That's unfortunate. All right.
Yeah.
But I could have. Have you thought about putting like Spell Tag or anything in this set or in this deck?
Spell Tag's an option. I think right now it's like the horror energy. I think is supposed to kind of
offset that.
Yeah.
Because you're not getting a lot of value out of using multiple Spell Tags.
Right. I mean, the idea is like, yeah, 2 of the Dragapults go down, you lose. So
fair enough. How much HP does the VMAX have?
320.
320. Okay.
320 is the new 270.
So it's a 2. Ooh, that's tough. Let's go ahead and put 4 on this one.
Okay.
And we'll put 1 on the Dedenne.
Sure.
Seems good.
Sounds good. I'll draw. Okay. Well, we've got a pretty good top deck there. I do have a Toxtricity VMAX, so I'm going to go ahead and evolve that dude. And I do have a Speed Lightning Energy to get a couple more cards drawn. I think that, yeah, I guess I might as well switch. I'm going to switch into here. I have free retreat with the Zeraora, so I always have the option to pivot back to Boltund if that's what we want to do. And we're going to research. Just really
All right.
hoping for the Thunder Mountain Prism Star.
Whew.
Not 3, 4,
Not something I would like to see.
5, 6, 7. Yes, if we were to find the Thunder Mountain Prism Star, then we can knock you out.
For sure. And that would put me in a pretty bad situation.
Actually, at this point, any stadium, I'm dealing 250 damage. Actually, just a stadium card, and you're knocked out. Because I can poison you with the Garbodor, deal 240 plus the poison. So if I whiff a stadium here, that feels bad. And it is looking like I do not have one in my hand currently, but I do have an Acro Bike.
All right. So we're
you're saying there's a chance.
I'm hoping there's nothing off the side.
Quick ball.
Got a little bit, thin out the deck a little bit, make it a little bit more likely.
Yeah. Now I really want to find room for a fourth stadium. I do have 3 stadiums in here. It's a little bit of a concession. You know, I would definitely prefer more stadiums. But any deck that has to evolve multiple Pokemon, it's like, the spot's got to come from somewhere. So there's not a lot of stadiums in my deck right now. And I would like to be able to data change, but I cannot data change. My bench is full.
Yes. Fortunately, the bench is a little locked up.
So maybe living on a prayer here with this Acro Bike, seeing what happens.
I've seen crazier things happen.
For sure. And you are locked, you know, at only dealing so much damage. I also have a GX attack, which is interesting. Right. I do have the Zeraora GX. That's like it's kind of like the GX attack in this deck, full voltage GX. It's not a GX attack you see all the time, but all right, we're gonna go ahead and Acro Bike.
Sure.
And see what happens. It's gonna be a no. So now, do not have a lot of lightning energy in the discard pile, so it's not exactly going to be worth it to do that.
Let's see.
And I'm thinking Boltund's at 130. It's kind of a big whip.
I don't know. You can get some damage on.
Not any state. It needed to be the Thunder Mountain. It needed to be.
It
did need to be the Thunder Mountain.
Yes.
And I've already attached to there.
Yes.
So I can either go into Boltund and just accelerate more energy. I think that's probably the.
It's a pretty strong play.
Yep. So we can go back into Boltund and just use that that energize attack, electrify. I don't think it's worth it to hit you. 3, 6, 9, 12, 130. Yeah, that'd put you at like 2 something. I'm thinking 230.
Yeah.
You got 220 hit points left. If you gust and knock out my Garbodor, then Boltund will just knock you out next turn. So like that's not something that I think that you can reliably do. So I am just going to use the Electrify, and that way I have 2 guys that are kind of like ready to go. So,
sure, well, it keeps your options open a little bit.
Absolutely. So we're just going to do that. Electrify, power up the bench Toxtricity V, and then go from there.
All right. I would like to top deck a boss's order or a switch.
Cool.
Try and knock out that Garbodor. Maybe put some damage on this Boltund. That is a mysterious treasure. All right, not quite, but that's pretty good. All right, we're gonna go get another VMAX. My last VMAX. I have no more. No more. A bunch of regular Dragapults in here. No, not a lot of VMAXs in here. All right, let's grab the Dragapult VMAX. We will evolve the Dragapult. It will attach Psychic Energy and Professor's Research.
Seems good.
Seems pretty good to me. 6, 7. All right. Let's see. Not a lot I can really do with this hand, unfortunately. How many cards are in your hand?
I have 6.
6. So
I'm not taking a prize.
You have not taken a prize. I have also not taken a prize. I could play this reset stamp. I do know you have a Dedenne in your hand. And I am going to knock out this Boltund. So that's not the worst thing I could do. Seems okay. Yeah, we're going to go ahead. We'll reset stamp you. Not putting you in any deficit here. Not really changing much, but getting that Dedenne out of your hand seems pretty important. But the rest of my hand is all Pokemon supporters and energy. What is this Dragapult V's second attack? It does 60 And if it was on your bench and became your active, it does 80 more. So that's 140. That is slightly more than that attack does. All right. We're going to go ahead and bench him. Just give us the option later.
Sure.
I don't have to bench him now, but that's okay. Yeah, and now we're going to max Phantom. I think that's what it's called.
Yep.
Max Phantom. We'll do 130, knock that out. I have 5 damage counters to place. I'm going to put...
And thank you so much, JW, for that sub in the chat. 15 months.
We'll go ahead and we'll put 2 on the Dedenne.
Sure.
I'm up to knockout range, and then I have 3 more to work with. I guess we'll just put them on. Oh, what does that get you down to? 240? Does that make a difference? I don't think 240 makes a difference. We'll just put them on. I'll put them on the Zeraora.
All right, 3 over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 over on the Zeraora. We'll put them at 160.
I'm gonna promote the. I never drew my new hand.
Oh.
All right, yeah, so I'm gonna do that.
Seems pretty good.
Yes, indeed. All right, and cool. And I'll draw for turn.
Sure.
Promote that. Excellent. Now, I've got a pretty good hand here. I do have.
Oh, and I have to take my 2 prizes
Yes.
for my knocking out that bolt.
I have Toxtricity.
It has been a while.
Toxtricity VMAX, and I have a Lightning Energy here.
That's pretty good.
And I have a Viridian.
Okay.
So we can use Garbodor's ability to poison you.
To poison my active.
Yes.
That's insane.
And
you just once a turn. If there is not even a stadium you control, any stadium.
Any stadium. Yes. So
it's a pretty filthy ability.
I would say it is definitely the filth. So we're gonna do some poison there.
All right.
And then Toxtricity VMAX's attack does down. 240, so 250 with the poison plus the 100, and that dude is knocked out. So that'll be it.
There we go.
And thank you so much, Sean, for the 100 bits. Sean letting us all know in the chat that our Rebel Clash pre-orders for singles are available now on fullgripgames.com. You guys can check those out. Sean just dropped the list into the chat, and if you're on YouTube, I will make sure that the link to the Rebel Clash pre-orders are in the description below. Supporting the channel directly supports the content we create here, or supporting the shop directly supports the content we create here on Tricky Jim. So thank you guys so much for checking out fullgripgames.com. Awesome.
Awesome.
Yep, so we'll take that knockout.
Cool. And you are taking 2 from my horror energy.
Yes, horror psychic energy.
Yes. All right. Now that you've been thoroughly horrified, I gotta promote something. I will promote this Jirachi here. We're gonna see what we can do. It's not looking great, but not looking too bad either. All right. We'll go ahead and draw for turn. Now, unfortunately, last turn I attached to my VMAX. Well, not necessarily unfortunate, but I did attach to the VMAX last turn. Because otherwise I could attack you with the regular Dragapult V. You could knock me out, go down to 1 prize, and then have to knock out a VMAX afterwards. But I don't know how I would have got that VMAX going in the first place. I do know that we're going to have to knock out that Garbodor, I think. Alright, so I do have the boss's order in my hand. I am going to go ahead and start with Viridian Forest. I'm going to discard this Professor's Research and kind of take a look at the rest of my deck. Let's see what we got left. Zigzagoon is in here as well. Pretty good. 90, 320, that's pretty good too. Alright, so I think my plan of attack here is to go knock out Garbodor, knock out a VMAX. So let's see.
Garbodor seems like a problem.
He seems like a problem. He seems like he's going to be making you do a lot of damage. I need you to do a little bit of damage over the course of a few turns. So I think that's what we're going to try and do. Go ahead, attach. You know, we're going to Stellar Wish. I haven't Stellar Wished yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going to go ahead and grab a boss's orders. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Here you go. You don't resist psychic or anything, do you?
No,
Okay.
actually, yeah. The poison types have been recast as
Yes.
dark. Dark types now resist grass. Usually, the poison dark
Right.
types resist grass.
Just wanted to make sure. Didn't want to make
or no, they're
a
weak
big
to
goof.
grass.
Didn't want to make a big goof here.
This one's weak to fighting.
Yes. Some of them, the
The
resistances
weaknesses
are
all
a
over
little...
the place.
Yeah, that's another thing about all these new cards. I have to keep figuring out how to...
The
what
lightning
all they do.
Right, the lightning Pokemon no longer resist metal. That's a thing.
We'll go ahead and attach this horror psychic energy. What is this? This is pretty good. All right, we're going to go ahead and attach this giant bomb. For sure. And we're going to boss's order up your
Sure.
Garbodor. We're going to promote this guy. We are going to max Phantom, knock out your Garb.
Sure.
And then I get 5. You're at 160. We're going to put 3 on this guy.
Okay.
So I can knock him out potentially with a max Phantom later. I get 2 more that I'm going to put on. That's tough. Put him on this guy.
Sure. Yeah, one of the interesting things about this matchup, the Dragapult list really preys on there being little Pokemon on my bench. There aren't any little Pokemon. There's no Jirachi in this list.
Right.
You know, it's just a lot of big dudes, actually.
For sure. Just trying to figure out how to knock out all these big dudes. It's going to rely on a lot of bosses orders, I think. But I do have a contingency plan set up in your Dedenne and your Zeraora. So I have the ability to knock out 2 of those if I really need to. Really try not to do that.
Right.
The giant bomb, you know, putting it on there just to put some more pressure on you.
Fortunately, my base attack is 160.
Right.
So that's nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to do a bunch of damage, you know, that little bit of extra damage, you're going to be taking a lot of damage counters from that and the special energy as well.
For sure. For sure. Now, at this point, the only thing that I have to do is hit this Dragapult twice. So, and then that is game. That is all 3 prizes. So I'm thinking that we can spread our energy out a little bit. I will use the Viridian discarded Toxtricity V. Take a look at the deck. There's not a lot of energy left, but there's enough to close out the game. And I'm just doing a boss's orders check to just see, okay, like what do we have as far as that as an option. I'm going to grab lightning energy out of the deck. And attach that to this bench Toxtricity VMAX. And the stadiums, yeah, it does not really even matter at this point. I don't want to use any Electro Powers. 160 plus 160 is 320, as long as you don't heal it. And I don't think there's any Mallow or anything like that.
I don't think there's any healing in
no
this
healing
deck.
in the deck, yes. So we can just honestly play the Thunder Mountain.
Okay.
Bop that and just do a deck count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Ooh.
Was it 5?
He was 6.
6. Okay.
Because I put him
3 twice, yeah. So I think we do have to just did a change here. Just research. We'll research. Get as far into the deck as we can. We're just going to research, discard all this.
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. And there's no real point. Switch. I could have free retreat.
Sure.
Doesn't really matter. I'm just going to burn cards just in case of another reset stamp. But I know Takuya's list, I think, only plays 1. So
I don't remember if I saw a second one or not.
I don't think so. We're just going to hit with our Toxtricity VMAX here, 160 damage.
All right. That's not
Soften that thing up.
good. It's not looking great. I think I needed one more turn to really close out this game here. Giant Bomb goes off. You take 2 damage.
I do take 2 damage, yes.
I'll draw for turn. All right. So
yes, there's lots of damage all over the board, but it's
not enough. I needed to probably knock something out a turn sooner, maybe. But yeah, these are just like a bunch of 2 prize Pokemon that you can force me into attacking. and knocking out over your 3 prize guys, and makes the prize trade really awkward for me. So if I had to, is there like an energy switch in this deck?
I do not believe that there is.
Okay. If that was the case, we could go in and knock you out with that or something.
Right. Yeah, pivot to a new one, right.
Ooh, how many cards are in your hand?
I have 6.
How many cards are in your deck?
There are 4.
4, okay. Let's see, unfortunately I can't, no way to heal. Scoop Up Net doesn't help me. I need 2 boss's orders. I don't think there's anything I can do here.
It seems like it's just a tough spot. I mean, if you can Marnie me, you know, you could limit me and...
Right. Unfortunately, I do not have a way to get a Marnie. If I had an Oranguru, I could use the Mind Report Mewtwo to put the Marnie on top of the deck and then get the Marnie.
Right.
Unfortunately, I do not have access to that. If I retreat cost of 1, I think I'm just going to have to... Whew. Man, that's rough. I think we're going to have to... I do have a Scoop Up Net in my hand. Okay, we'll retreat.
Sure.
Into... Jirachi, sure. And Stellar Wish. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I could have put the Marnie on top of the deck. But I need a boss's order, so that's fine. Okay. I need the switch, or...
You could still do it. You have a switch.
Yeah.
You could still put the Marnie on top of the deck if you wanted to.
I could. But I need a boss's orders.
Yeah.
I have to knock out like the Dedenne or something. And I think I have to use the Mewtwo to put another boss's order back into the deck.
If you knock out the Dedenne with the Dragapult VMAX, don't I just do 160 though and win?
Oh yeah. Oh man, you're right. Oh, you got it.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna shake your hand. Yeah. No, I can't. Yeah, no, I just. There's unfortunately nothing I can do.
Yeah, that's checkmate there. So we'll move on to game 2. I think the Toxtricity deck just really got out of the gates quick there.
For sure,
put on a lot of pressure.
The speed lightning energy is really big. Sorry, the Dedenne was very unfortunate.
That was also
but I did have a decent follow up to that, so not too much to complain about. I think that deck is just really fast. It's really hard.
And Pokemon are big.
And the Pokemon are big.
Yes.
I don't have any form of energy acceleration. I'm just, I got to get through 4 turns so I can attach 4 energy to 2 Dragapults.
Right.
And I don't know if you're going to get out an attacker beyond that anyway.
Absolutely. So, yeah, I think going first is probably going to be very good for that deck.
For sure.
Being able to do a turn 2 attack with Dragapult.
It seems
good.
Pretty important.
I would say. It seems turn 2 going first seems really good. And also getting your Dragapult, that you have the energy on, targeted down before it gets to attack, that seemed horrible.
It's not great, but showing the power of that boss's order, being able to, you day changed into it.
Drag it up. Yep.
You drew a bunch of cards and you gusted up one of my Pokemon.
Yes. And pretty low maintenance deck. I mean, that's the power of Boltund right there. Boltund just helped me soften you up. He also helped me accelerate, get my whole board set up for the remainder of the game by using that Electrify attack there. And I think that the Boltund is for sure going to be my favorite card out of the new set.
I would say that was the MVP of that matchup for sure.
Absolutely.
Being able to do a bunch of damage and then, also just being able to accelerate on the turn that you knew you had to give up a prize, you might as well do something with it.
Absolutely. So I really like that, and the Speed Lightning energy also really good. And that's the thing is it's the reason I didn't put Coke's Trap in here or anything like that. The Garbodors, they do their job. I usually am only gonna have to hit big with Toxtricity once. Other than that, he's kind of cool to 2-hit KO other VMAXs because everybody is 2-hit KOing VMAXs unless you're Blacephalon. You're 2-hit KOing a VMAX. That's just the way it is.
And it has, just base 160 damage is big. Just being able to 2-shot the Dragapult or 2-shot some other VMAXs. Being able to, just do a bunch of damage without that added effect is very nice.
Absolutely. Being
able to 1-shot a Dedenne.
Yep, it's not bad.
Very good.
Yeah, so I did like that, but the Boltund definitely impressed me there, and I felt good with the Acro Bike and and the lightning energy there, the speed lightning energy draw engine, that felt strong. I felt like I really burned through my deck. I got down to the bottom 4 cards, you know, with that and Dedenne's. Really
helps you dig for your pieces even more.
Felt like I saw enough cards to be able to win the game. That's really all I can ask for. So
for sure.
All right, you're gonna be going first.
I am.
All right. Well, best of luck.
Thank you. Good luck to you. Have fun.
1, 2, 3. I've only drawn 6 cards. That 7th did not help.
All right. What am I gonna start with? Probably just gonna start with Dragapult. Feel pretty okay just starting the Dragapult straight up.
Cool. All right.
No, I should not start the Dragapult. We're gonna start this guy instead. All right. Good luck, because I have a scoop up net in my hand. All right. Well, I have a bunch of scoop up nets in my hand. Okay. We're gonna go ahead, bench Dragapult, attach to Dragapult. Could Mysterious Treasure and get another Dragapult, but I think I would rather Mysterious Treasure for the VMAX next turn. So I'm going to pass.
All right. Well, you're saying there's a chance.
I did not have a lot going on in this hand.
I am in a devastating situation.
A devastating situation. The game's just started.
I just Acro Biked away a boss's orders.
Yes.
And it's looking like...
The old research a bunch of boss's orders away on turn 1.
It's looking like we might have to data change away 2 more boss's orders. Here.
That's not looking good.
No, it's
not how you want to start the game.
We are going to data change away 2 boss's orders, a speed lightning and actual lightning. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we do need to actually set up. So that is 3 boss's orders in the discard pile. That's
not what you want to see, especially not on turn 1.
No. And I still have not played an actual draw supporter yet. That was an ugly data change if I've ever seen one. So we really want to, well, first of all, we do have this speed lightning energy. I love that.
There you go.
It's good.
The ability to draw some extra cards.
Absolutely.
Not a lot of things you want to attach it to right now. In play.
Boltund would be the good one.
Boltund would be good.
Let's see. Got that. I didn't have an Electro Power in that opening hand. No. Yes, I did. Pretend I played the Electro Power.
I will pretend you played the Electro Power.
I think I was so disheartened by the fact that, yeah. So we'll say that Electro Power I discarded was played for sure.
For sure.
On its way to the
I'm sure.
And we're gonna bench the Tapu Koko Prism Star. We know that. And bench this thing. We know that. Let's Acro Bike first and see what we get into. Lightning energy and Pokemon communication. We'll let that lightning energy go.
Oof, how many energy are in that discard pile?
2.
2?
Yep.
Pretty good.
2 lightnings.
That's what you want to see.
And then, I actually have it's kind of interesting. No, I can't attach there. I have to go for the switch. So we are just going to go onto Toxtricity V. Has to be.
Okay.
Yeah, Speed Lightning. Draw 2 cards. Cool. We did not find a draw supporter or switch. So, yeah, that kind of hurts. But it's cool. We are setting up our board a little bit, and we've got some stuff going on for next turn. So, that's fine. However, if you knock out my Trubbish, I'm going to be kind of upset about that. So,
well, we'll see what happens.
I think at this point, I would like to... Yeah, really would like that turn 1 attack. We just don't have it. Already attached here. Just not a lot else left to do. We'll put this down, and I'll use Dance of the Ancients. We're going to send lightning energy to dude here and dude here.
Seems good.
Yo, Degenerate out here with the 2 gifted subs. Thank you so much, Degenerate, for the Degenerosity. Let's go, chat. And thank you so much, Degenerate. And thank you again. I got another donation from Daniel Sharp. $10 dono from Daniel Sharp. Thank you so much. Daniel for the donation. Thank you, Degenerate, for the 2 gifted subs. Appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for the support, and sorry that I missed that. And yeah, thank you guys so much for the support. Let's go ahead and finish up this turn. Now, I do want to... Let's Pokemon Communicate.
Okay.
Look at that. And we're going to, I think, get myself a second Trubbish into play.
Seems good. Seems safe.
Kind of what I want.
Just in case this one goes down.
Not great. Whether Dedenne is prized,
Ooh.
and now we have not seen a supporter card yet, so we're just kind of in a tough spot. I think we're just in a get this dude and hope situation.
Yeah.
So we'll see what we end up top decking here.
Yeah, that's what that lack of, Pokemon kind of draw power, like a Jirachi or something.
Yes, I know, right? And we'll pass.
All right, we're going to draw for turn. Let's hope it's a good one. It is an energy card, which is good enough. All righty. I wish that I had... All right. Wish I had a way to push this Trubbish to the bench. But I can go after that Trubbish. That also works. Okay. We're going to Mysterious Treasure away, scoop up net. We're going to get a Dragapult VMAX. Ooh, the next card was a Professor's Research. All right. I'm going to do that.
Sure.
We'll evolve here. I'll attach this here. I will scoop up net the Marshadow, promote the Dragapult VMAX, and I think I want to do this turn, Andrew. I'm gonna headbutt tantrum. You're benched. Trubbish.
Yes.
We're gonna do that. And I'm going to use Max Phantom to knock out your Trubbish and put 5 damage counters on the other Trubbish.
That feels really bad.
Draw 2 prizes, and those are 2 pretty good prize cards.
Draw.
Let's go, chat.
And I am stuck. Very stuck. I'm just going to Venom Slap. That's 120 and you're poisoned.
120 and I'm poisoned. All right. All right. I'll take my 10 damage for poison in between turns. Poison, a little annoying, but I'll draw for turn. It's pretty solid draw. Do I want to scoop up the Zigzagoon? I think
right. I had a Trubbish in my hand and I just didn't even bench it. I'm like, yeah, you just get another
what
free.
Would you need? That's something to watch out for. Only having 60 HP is,
really tough. Yeah,
it's pretty tough.
For sure.
All right, let's go ahead and quick ball for... Oh, that would be pretty cool. I could quick ball for another Dragapult attached to it, or have something to attach to. I could get a Jirachi for some consistency. I want to get a switch anyway. But I am down 3 scoop up net already. I do. I could get the Phione. I could get the Phione and push your active to your bench and then kind of put you in a weird spot there.
I feel like you have 4 prizes left. I feel like just these 2 guys
seems good.
Probably if you smack me for 130 here and 5 here, I'm probably.
I do need a follow up. I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Do I get the Jirachi? Do I get the Dragapult? I think I'm going to get. Could get a little greedy. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna get Jirachi.
I did forget about the horror psychic energy. You're
gonna
have to remind me about that.
That's all right. I think I also forgot. All right. I guess I'll attach a giant bomb to my active. I'm gonna scoop up net the Zigzagoon, and then what do I want to put the damage on? I'm going to go ahead. I'll headbutt tantrum to put one on. We'll put one on Dedenne. And I will play Professor's Research.
Seems good.
4, 5, 6, 7. Did not get a switch. I do only have one retreat though.
Did you get a backup Dragapult V?
Yes, I did.
That's good.
Yes, so I was able to get that. So I could retreat and then find a switch off of that and attack. I think I'm just gonna let him be poisoned though. We'll go ahead and attach to the Dragapult V on the bench. I could Phione. I think that is a little bit better. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and bench Phione and Whirlpool Suction.
Sure.
And we'll go ahead and force up one of your benched guys there.
Retreat 2 is like really gnarly on that thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna, yeah. I think ideally, like this thing ends up going down, and then I try to keep you from ever taking your final 2 prizes.
All right. We'll go ahead. I want to bench this. Oh, no, I don't think so. I have no reason to. All right, we're going to go ahead and max Phantom for 130.
Yeah.
We'll put 5 on the Toxtricity with damage on it.
Sure. So that's tough, but this is 70.
Take my 10 for poison.
Sure. Drop return. And I think that... I think I'm out of this one at this point. I haven't taken a prize yet. My hand is very bad. Yeah, so we've got a Trubbish, a quick ball with no Dedenne in deck, an Electro Power. You take this knockout next turn. He goes to like an absurd number of damage, and then
I can even try and dig for a boss's order to boss's order that, knock out the Dedenne.
It's gonna be a couple turns, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna pick it up, go to game 3, and we'll be choosing to go first in that game 3. So 1-1 so far. I think we really got to see how oppressive that deck can be.
Right, when you get that turn 2 attack, especially when you're going first, you know, putting a lot of pressure on. I think that, you know, sorry, with a little bit of a rough hand, got a little lucky with my top decks, but when the deck can just do that turn 2 attack, even if it doesn't have a lot else going on, you know, it's still a pretty big deal.
It's definitely a tempo deck. It's I mean, it's a deck that you're manually attaching every turn, right? There is no Malamar. So you are just looking to never miss a beat with your energy drops. You need to do that. And then you also just want to, you know, you need to protect your energy investment, and you need to make sure that you're continuing to kind of get that flow. Once you get 2 Dragapults up, then you're usually going to be, you know, in the driver's seat with like a high Marnie count too. You're constantly disrupting your opponent's hand.
Right, and I think that was also a good example of it. Dragapult being able to take out like those things like Jirachi, Trubbish on the bench very easily.
Yeah,
you know? The Trubbish, before it even evolves, it can take out Dittos on the bench. You know. Not even safe there, you know. I had the Zigzagoon in hand with scoop up nets as well, able to get that extra 10, 20 damage that I needed if it was, you know, like a Jirachi or something.
Yeah, and then I couldn't even safely bench. Once you had that Zigzagoon out, I couldn't even safely, in good conscience, I could not bench the Trubbish.
Right, because you knew it was going down immediately.
Absolutely. So so that was really powerful there, and I really liked seeing the Galarian Zigzagoon combo with the Dragapult there.
I think that's where this deck really shines, is against, you know, other decks that are either playing Evolutions or, you know, playing heavy Jirachi without scoop up nets.
Imagine playing against Malamar with that. Just Inkays or boom.
Going down.
Boom.
I don't know how that deck could even exist with this with Dragapult running around. I guess it could takes care of weakness.
Inkay's just getting wiped out left and right. I mean, such a liability. And then with boss's orders, imagine, you know, gust up an Inkay, knock out the other one.
Right.
There's 2 Inkays in one turn, you know.
It's going to be pretty tough to keep up with. I think that the Malamar player would have to get really lucky on that one.
Yes.
But this deck seems very interesting. It's very mobile, has a lot of different things it can do at once. So I like that a lot about it.
Yeah, so you definitely have to plan out your prizes, plan out your math. That all seems pretty clear from what we've seen. All right, I'll be going first.
All right.
Good opening hand, but no basic here. So.
I unfortunately do have a basic. Not a basic I want.
One you want.
Bench. Not the worst one I could have started, but. Put my mark me for 1.
Yep.
Pretty okay hand. Nothing too crazy about it. I got energy. I got a supporter card. I got a way to search out some Pokemon. Feeling okay. All right.
Cool.
I get 1. Not really what I wanted to draw.
Excellent. We've got
good luck.
Trubbish in the active again. I'll draw for turn, and this hand is already looking a lot stronger than the hands that I was working with last game. So we are definitely stoked on that. And let's see, we've got Acro Bikes, we've got Viridian. I think that we're just going to kick this hand off with an Acro Bike and kind of see where that leads us.
A classic.
And then that's going to inform the rest of what we're doing. I like the speed lightning energy, so I am going to want to keep that. And the rest of the cards in my hand are all very valuable, so I think we can ditch the research. And I do already have a draw supporter in my hand, so let's go get ourselves...
My Galarian Zigzagoon is weak to grass.
Ah, yes, there it is. And my, the dark types are all very interesting. My Trubbish is weak to fighting.
Ooh.
Yes. So, really tough discard here on the Quick Ball. I feel like I can Quick Ball away Toxtricity VMAX. Like, it's actually the weakest card in this hand, which is really interesting. And that's only because there's more of them in here. And you really only need 2 Toxtricity in order to be able to win the game.
I feel like that's the case with a lot of these VMAX decks. You play a little bit of a heavier line of them, but you only really need to get out 2. Because, you know, if they knock out 2, they've already won.
Right, exactly. Thank you so much, Dr. Keith, for the 100 bits. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for the support. All right, just check in, take a stock on the rest of what we got going on here. Sure. And I do have a speed lightning in my hand, so I love that as well.
Very nice, especially going first. Can't play a supporter, but you got an energy that draws you cards. You got trainer cards that draw you cards.
All right, checking the Dedenne situation. Always nice to know. And then good there. And I think the Toxtricity was the correct call there. I do have 2 more of those in the deck, so it's fine. We're gonna go speed lightning onto the Toxtricity and draw 2. And then I got another Acro Bike, so it's nice. Well, Acro Bike, see a little bit more. And I think tough, but I'm gonna kick myself if I end up missing the switch. And I discard it here.
That I've been in that situation too many times.
Yes. But the other card is the boss's orders. So I think we can let the boss's orders go. We really like to prioritize getting turn 2 things happening. And then I think in order to get the strongest turn 2 possible, I need to go here.
All right.
Need to Viridian away the Electro Power.
Sure.
Get myself a Lightning Energy.
Yeah, the Electro Powers in this matchup don't seem like they matter too much.
Yeah. And then I'm going to Quick Ball away the Lightning Energy.
Okay.
And go get myself the Tapu Koko Prism Storm. So now I'm guaranteed to turn 2 Venom Slap, which is good.
That is good.
Based on my current hand. I mean, like,
right.
Obviously you do have a lot of Marnie in that deck. And I know at this point, your only way to counter my stadiums is with the Marshadow. You only got one of those, so you're going to have to choose. Like, probably want to use that on Thunder Mountain.
Probably the Thunder Mountain.
And we're just going to end up passing to you.
Are there any stadiums in this deck? I don't think it's
there are not. It's just the...
All right, that's a really good top deck. We're going to start things off with a Quick Ball.
I do hate to give you the Viridian, but it looks like you already had enough.
Oh, my hand is chock full of energy.
I think there's only 9 in the deck.
I have too much energy in my hand.
As I could see by your discard there.
Oh, man. Let's see here. No.
No what?
I can't find any of my Jirachi in the deck.
I think there's like 3 in there. What do you mean? They all prize?
It appears that all of my Jirachi are in my prize cards right now. I'm just gonna
Quick scan.
just a quick scan, but I don't see it.
All Jirachis.
I do not see a Jirachi in this deck right now.
Jirachis back.
Holy moly! What am I gonna do now?
Jirachis.
Oh my goodness, that's not what I expected to see.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
Oh, that's really bad.
All right, chat. Send your Fs for Matt.
Woo, that's
Send
really
your
bad.
Fs for Matt.
That is not good. Okay.
That's horrible. I mean, I hate it when I prize 2 of a 2 of.
All
I
right.
feel like that's like the end of the world.
Oh,
3 of
man.
a 3 of. I don't think that I've ever even witnessed that.
How many energy does this deck play?
Like 9.
Alright, okay, alright. How many energy are left in my deck? Alright, we might just have to Dedenne change. Wait, 3 energy cards. How many energy are in my deck? Oh no. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I have 5. That's fine.
5 in the deck.
5 is
with
more,
the Viridian out.
Yeah,
You could.
5 is more than enough.
So long as you get one of them on a Pokemon, right? No, you're not getting any on a Pokemon right now.
Yeah. Maybe off the state exchange.
But I mean, there's no Dragapult in your hand.
There's no Dragapult in my hand. No. Okay. Alrighty. That's not what I expected.
Dedenne to the hand, right?
Alright,
Yeah.
so we're gonna scoop up net.
Dedenne to the. Oh, you're benching the Dedenne.
We're putting it in the hand.
If you scoop up net that thing, you lose.
Oh my gosh.
Would you like to choose a different Pokemon off the, or are you just trying to?
Alright, no. Alright, this is fine. We're just gonna have to put that skateboard on this guy, and we're gonna
let it rip.
Yeah,
Alright.
we just gotta let loose.
So, what was up with the hand? It was just bad.
It was just bad.
There was just nothing in
There was just nothing in the hand.
Oh, yeah, oh my gosh.
It
It was literally just
nothing
energy.
in the hand.
It was just
Yeah,
literally
just
just energy and a quick ball.
With
With no Jirachis in deck. At the very least, you're
zero
like, okay,
Jirachi.
you're like, maybe I can, quick ball for a Jirachi and a skateboard retreat and Stellar Wish into a Marnie or something.
Yep,
Right.
we were in a bench of Jirachi, scoop up the Zigzagoon, you can put the thing. No, that didn't happen. All right, we're gonna get. Man, what I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. That throws me off so badly.
Absolutely. I mean,
I went into panic mode for a second there.
Absolutely. I mean, the odds of that, I think it's 1 in 100 games you prize 2 of a 2 of.
Right.
So think about the odds of prizing 3 of a 3 of.
Whew.
Almost impossible.
Well, I did get an energy to attach with.
That's good.
I think we'll just leave the Zigzagoon in the active. I don't particularly want you to knock it out. I don't really want you to knock out my Dedenne either. That seems worse. Okay, I'm gonna pass.
Okay.
My hand is pretty good
All right.
now.
Stomachable.
Yeah, stomachable
That's good.
for next turn.
Let's see here.
Man.
Very greedy of me. I would like to Tapu Koko for more than 1. You feel me?
That is the ideal scenario.
Would love to Tapu Koko for more than 1.
Right.
But I have the Switch in my hand right now. That's the classic scenario, right? So it's like, do I, research away the Switch? Viridian for Lightning, research away the Switch. That seems really greedy. When, I could just...
You could just do it.
Yeah.
Do you want the most value or the immediate value?
So let's go Viridian.
All right.
We're gonna Viridian away. Let's see. And I already have a boss's orders in the discard file.
Yes, I believe so.
What the heck? Man, that feels bad. Could Marnie here and just say, okay, maybe I end up data changing out of this. Maybe I find a second lightning energy. I feel like getting max value out of your Tapu Koko is really valuable in this deck because you just don't have that full blitz, right? You got the Boltund. Is it enough to carry me if I just go in and attack this Zigzagoon with a Toxtricity, no more energy excel for the rest of the game?
Maybe. It protects your Trubbish too.
Yeah.
You know.
So I think sure. I think I will just use the Dance of the Ancients.
Okay.
I'm just going to do it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to commit to that line. Tough, though. You know? I mean, these are kind of like... these are calls that you have to make all the time playing the Tapu Koko decks. You're like, when is the correct time to just let it go? We're going to switch, and then I am just going to research the hand, discard the Dedenne, and just get 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. So, got a very strong draw there off of that. I'm not attached to Lightning yet. It's good. I also have Toxtricity V, thinking that we are going to... I do want to protect this. That's like...
Well, I mean, the good thing is if you knock out the Zigzagoon, I can't really knock out your Trubbish.
First, we're going to go here. So we're going to attach return, speed lightning, draw 2 cards. And it's true. If I do knock out the Zigzagoon, Trubbish is safe. That's true.
Maybe leaving the Zigzagoon in the active was a bad idea.
That's
But
a bad choice.
but you could have just as easily knocked out my Dedenne for 2 prizes.
Yeah, in fact, I do have the cards to do that.
Yes,
so.
and that seemed a little bit worse.
I do think I am going to need another one of these down. But do I need it yet? I'm going to Pokemon Communicate away the Boltund for sure. And we're just going to go get ourselves a Toxtricity VMAX.
An ordinary run in this deck would be...
into play.
Pretty good.
So we do have the turn 2 Toxtricity. And I have the cards to go get Garbodor if I want it. It's a tough call for me here because I have to kind of sacrifice some other things going on in my hand in order to do that. I also would have to commit to not... not putting down this Toxtricity since it is with a Pokemon Communication. Now, I could take 2 full hits from that thing without going down. So that does give me some time to work. However, I would like, next turn, I think it's of the utmost importance that I get an energy drop onto the Toxtricity. So I think I am going to bench this thing and just commit to leaving it there. Because I know you play a lot of Marnies. So like that could be a thing that we see as well. And then I'm just going to take the knockout on the Zigzagoon.
Sure thing. All right. I would like to top deck a Team Yell Grunt. That wasn't it. We'll go ahead and evolve. I will Viridian Forest.
Yeah, Yell Grunt also is like...
Yell Grunt would have
that
been
really messes with my my energy flow for sure.
Oh.
What's up?
Oh, okay. They're in here. I was like, oh no. They were prized too. Oh. Who needs the Jirachi anyway? When I got a Dragapult to attack with.
There you go.
All right, we're gonna Professor's Research.
So we're just gonna turn 2 Dragapult.
6, 7. I will attach a giant bomb. I'm gonna, let's see, what do I want to do? Maybe I discard the giant bomb. You can just 2-shot me. Yeah, we're gonna Mysterious Treasure the giant bomb.
Sure.
And get another Dragapult. Just get him going, get him ready.
Seems good.
I don't want to discard anything else in my hand. That goes there. Bench this. Now, I don't think I know if you have an energy in your hand. Let's see. Do you have an energy in your hand? Maybe.
You don't know.
Do I want to resetting hole your Viridian Forest? A little bit. A little bit. I think I'll save it though. Yeah, I think I'll save it though. I will go ahead and max Phantom, put 5 on your Trubbish.
Yes. Now Trubbish, he's feeling it. It's you know,
he is feeling it.
He's 10 hit points away from
certain doom.
Not being here with us anymore. Okay. Top deck there. That top deck's not exactly the top deck I want to see, so it's a little bit tough. they are just eating a lot of damage here. That's fine. I mean, really, we know I 2-hit KO the Dragapult. So, like, that's okay. And I think that we can kind of allow this. I don't even really need this thing. It's just like icing on the cake, really.
It's still looking tough here.
Now, your energy attachments are right, though. Like, at least you got that going for you. Now, I have an interesting decision because I have to 2-hit KO that thing. Right. So that's kind of like our big priority here, and I have to attack with this twice. Fortunately, you don't 2-hit KO me, so that works in our favor. I think that I am just going to hold this hand. It's weird because it's full disclosure. I got research and boss's orders in the hand. There's only 3 boss's orders in the deck right now. That feels low. I want 4. But
for sure,
there's a lot of things I want. I also want a 4th stadium.
Right.
Yep. There's a lot of things I want. I also want a Kogas.
a lot of things to consider.
I also want an Eldegoss. There's just there's a lot I want, but you know, getting the deck to just set up and be consistent was my priority number 1, especially for day 1 of testing. I just want the deck to work. So it's doing that. So that's good. So I think here the route is to put pressure on your Pokemon with the energy. Obviously, I could be greedy and take out the Dedenne, but then you take out him. And then I'm still on a 2-hit KO route, and I have to find my final boss's orders in order to make sure.
Right.
And you're going to get a second energy onto that benched guy there. And then you can kind of play some games with me where, like, you hit with this fresh one, I hit it, then you pivot to this other one.
Right.
So I think the correct route is to just chase the energy here. We're going to hit for 160.
Hitting for 160. Yep. Alrighty. Going there. Draw off return is this. Not exactly a card I need. Oh, you take 2 from my
I do.
energy.
Okay. I will constantly forget about that.
Yes, I just remembered.
Or mystery energy, yes.
So 150 is what you're at.
150 plus 130
is 280.
Now,
and then if you
the
attack
50,
me...
Yeah, and then the Snipe 50 does get there after that.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. So then if you, you gust afterwards.
Right. But also you'll take 20 from this.
Yes, I will.
So you'll be at 300.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good.
And then I'm even closer.
Yes. So I'm going to attach this
do
second
those stack?
one. Yep, they sure do.
What?
I would assume so, right?
I believe that they probably do.
Yeah. So I'm going to attach a second one here.
What?
I'm going to evolve.
Yo, that's
I'm going to Viridian Forest.
Andrew finding out that horror energy stacks on stream. Yikes. Yeah, I guess it does.
Each one gets a proc, right?
If it doesn't say you can't, then you definitely can't.
Go ahead and get this psychic energy, and then I am going to resetting hold the Viridian Forest. And I'm just going to hold on to the rest of this hand. I'm just going to go and hit you with a Max Phantom for 130. I'm going to put 1 damage counter on this Trubbish to knock it out.
The fact that you get to hold...
I'm going to put 4 on that Toxtricity.
The fact that you get to hold, you're good, is so busted. Yeah, and then we're going to put this thing. This thing's going to be at, what, 300? 280 now. 280, yes. Is it 280? Yes.
Yep, 280.
130 plus
150.
150,
yep.
Yeah, 280.
Ooh.
It's 24. There.
Yep.
That's all.
That's right. That's a lot of dice.
It kind of stings.
Ooh, that's a lot of dice.
That's a lot of dice on that Pokemon. All right. So this is good. This is the moment, more or less, I've been waiting for, in a way, because I've been holding that Thunder Mountain for a long time. Just not wanting to research it. So, and now I know the Marshadow's gone. So that is good. And now we do have the option to potentially pivot to this new Toxtricity here on the bench. However, it'd be much better if I had the guaranteed knockout. Obviously, if we do that, then you have to waste some damage counters here, taking this KO. I have the guaranteed knockout just with the guy in front of me, but then I take 4 damage counters and I'm KO. Then I have to promote something else, which is very annoying, and I don't want to do that. So
it's fair enough.
I know you're capped out at 130. I know actually that you can't even. I actually think I'm chilling. I think I just take a knockout. He gets KO'd, and you do 60 damage to this Max next turn. And then I just potentially have game from there. I could research this, but that's my second boss's orders down, and then I have to find another boss's orders in order to take out the Dedenne. So I think I'm just willing to let it go. All right, 160. Right. Yeah. The other guys get KO'd.
I think you promote first, or I promote first.
I don't have a choice, so yeah, that's fine.
All right. I'll take my 3 prize cards.
And the reason I'm not researching there is just because I already have the game-winning Gust in my hand. Well, not necessarily game-winning yet. I do need a VMAX, but...
All right. I did pull my Jirachis out of my prize cards.
Ah, well, that was... Odds were that was going to happen.
I was pretty confident that was going to happen. All right. We're going to play a switch into this Jirachi and Stellar Wish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I will take. How many cards are in your hand, Andrew?
Like
a bunch.
8.
All right. Well, we'll take this Marnie.
That seems good.
Thought about taking a Team Yell Grunt, but all you have to do is attach the energy back in.
Because this is sticking, yeah.
Right. But if I had the reset stamp and a Team Yell Grunt plus reset stamp, that would have been pretty good.
For sure.
Just something we could still do. We could still do that. Potentially.
That would be very good.
Probably should have took the Yell Grunt just in case. Alright, we'll scoop up net. Promote and Stellar Wish.
Marnie is guaranteed hand disruption, though.
Right.
Which is very good. Because, I mean, I have verbally told you that I have the boss order in my hand.
Right. Which is what we were... What the main thing was. I thought, just, guaranteed disruption versus a really cool play that would have been pretty good, but very unlikely. So we're just going to go ahead and grab the Quick Ball. Gotta read this card. Okay. That card doesn't do me a lot of good. I'll play a Jirachi. I'll attach to Dragapult. I'm gonna quick ball away this giant bomb. I don't suspect that will work in this matchup. I'm gonna grab an Oranguru.
Seems good. Oranguru finally making its way out.
Welcome to the party. We'll bench Oranguru. Do I want to save either this treasure or this research with the Oranguru? I don't think so. I think I need to dig for more cards. So
you're researching, or you're Marnie?
No, I mean I'm Marnie. Okay. Yeah, but I need to dig for more additional cards that I might not want to, get rid of with the Marnie or something.
All right, 4 off the top.
All right.
I am now
2, 3, 4, 5.
A long way from my boss's orders.
Unfortunately, I didn't draw a way to get this Jirachi moving, but we can still do something. I'm gonna quick ball away the giant bomb. See what we can grab. It's looking like we're gonna grab the Mind Retort Mewtwo. Pretty good. Not going to use it right now. I already played a supporter for my turn. I can guarantee a supporter for next turn, but I can always just do that also next turn. I'm going to Primate Wisdom. We're going to Primate Wisdom, put this on top of the deck.
Sure.
Okay. It's pretty good. Still no way to move my Jirachi. So I'm just going to have to pass.
All right. Draw for turn. Whew. Thankfully, we did find another Pokemon. I was a little bit nervous. I have a Marnie in my hand, and I was like, yeah, if I don't find another Pokemon, this could get a little hectic. But we do have that.
The Boltund.
That is good. And now, things are costing less energy now, so that is great. In fact, Boltund's second attack only costs 1. It's pretty sick.
That's pretty good.
So...
Although you do want more energy in play.
You do, but it's enough to knock out Jirachi.
For sure.
So I'm just going to Marnie now.
All right.
And we're going to dig 5 cards deeper into my deck. I now have stacked a healthy amount of cards that I've seen onto the bottom of my deck. We'll get 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And I actually have some options. So we're going to go... I know that you're capped out at 130 with the Dragapults. So Toxtricity is safe for this turn. That's good. I can quick ball away an energy, go get Zeraora and knock you out with Boltund, which is kind of good.
Sure.
Then Boltund takes it. You only have 2 prizes left as well. That's tough. I think
I'm still figuring out what my path to victory is here.
I'm gonna quick ball away a lightning, and I think that we may got boss's orders in the deck. All right, I think we just want to go get a Pokemon. Toxtricity V. This thing takes 130. I'm going to Pokemon Communicate that.
Okay.
Into Toxtricity VMAX. And I think putting the Boltund up in the active is actually a little bit risky for me.
I drew 5 cards.
Ah, well.
On accident. Sorry, chat.
It's cool. Just put 1 on top.
We're going to draw that next turn.
All right, there you go. So Matt will not take a top deck for his next turn because he accidentally drew 5 off Marnie. Easy mistake. Or yes, he will
we'll draw it back.
Yeah, that's fine. Because you're gonna end up with that card anyway.
Unless you do something wacky.
Yes. Nope, and I'm not. We're just gonna take knockout with Toxtricity VMAX. Yep.
All right. What do? I need an energy card. Ooh. I need an energy. I need to do something here.
So getting the Toxtricity out for me was like kind of like some insurance. You know, if you just 2-hit KO my Toxtricity, if you hit me for 260, that is short of the knockout damage. So if I don't touch you, it's a guarantee you have to hit me 3 times in order to knock me out. Because the only way you have to do extra damage right now, since I already knocked out the Zigzagoon, is with the horror energy. Hopefully all those horror energies are gone.
Alright, I have to get really lucky off of a primate wisdom, I'm pretty sure. Alright. So I don't have a way to draw any cards, unfortunately.
In your hand. So the Marnie was rough.
Yeah. Marnie's a little rough. We're going to start with a quick ball. I could... There are a couple of things I could do here. I think... Well, yeah, I guess we're just going to have to... Well, I can put that back. That's fine. How many cards are in your hand, Andrew?
Just a hot 3.
A hot 3. All right. We're going to grab old Mind Report. I'm going to check how many energy left in my deck. It is just the 1. All right. 1 energy left in the deck. I think... All right. So we're going to go ahead. I think I'm just gonna get a Professor's Research back. We're just going to go in like that. We're going to Mind Report. Go ahead and grab the Professor's Research. Put that right on top of our deck.
Yep.
Now the question is, what card do I want to save off of this? We're going to go ahead and save this card. Primate Wisdom, rather. Put this on top of the deck. I'm going to play a Reset Stamp.
Okay.
Stamp to 1.
Yikes.
And we're going to let her rip, discarding a boss's order. I just need that last energy. I know one of the cards I'm getting back. I did get the energy.
Is it a horror energy?
It is a horror energy.
That's bad.
There it is.
The math really checks out on that.
The math really checks out on that. And that's what I was hoping for. We got the Horror Energy. He could Marnie me again. That could happen. Really just needs a boss's order. But he could Marnie me again. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to Mysterious Treasure.
Yeah, thin your deck.
Thin out the deck a little bit. Grab this. Go ahead. I'll Mysterious Treasure away the thing I got.
I really wish I played a Phione.
Grab a Phione.
Ooh.
We're just going to hold it. Just going to put it in the hand. We're going to hold on to it. I got some options for next turn. I got the energy I needed. We're going to max Phantom. We're going to put 5 on your Boltund.
Sure. Thank you so much, Horsey, for that tier 1 sub. Appreciate it, Horsey. Thanks so much for supporting the channel.
I can't grab a Phione with the treasure because I'm a cheater. Thank you, chat.
You grabbed Phione with that. Yes.
Thank you, chat.
Thank you, chat.
God bless.
Yes. Judge chat. Very good.
Judge chat coming in hot.
All right. Very good. I'm glad because I didn't want to see that Phione.
You're good. Draw
all
your
right,
one.
So I get my 1.
Yep.
And I will get to draw another.
Yes.
I'm a big
Oh, man.
Oh
Dang
my gosh, perfect defense. There's no defense.
There's no defense against
perfect draw.
Man.
Off of
that was close. That ended up being really
that
close.
Was insane. What a sack. I only had 2 of those in the deck.
Oh my gosh. You had a pretty big deck too. I was really banking.
Big. It was fat.
I was really banking on that fat deck carrying me.
Yeah, no, I was feeling like, oh man, Matt's got this one for sure. Yes.
So close, so close.
Aren't you guys just so excited for the return of, I stamped him to 1 and he got the Guzma or the Lysander, the boss's orders for game,
The top deck. It's always, it feels bad, but it can't feel too bad. It's probability. There's a chance that you'll get it.
And I did last prize, the last prize was my Dedenne GX. So even though I drew Quick Ball, I have another Dedenne. It's my last prize. So that was unfortunate. So I was thinking the only way I was going to, maybe get into it was if I find like a flash energy or not a flash energy, quick lightning energy or something like that.
Something to draw you a few extra cards in Acro Bike.
All right. So after getting some hands on with that Dragapult VMAX list, again, that's Takuya Yoneda's Dragapult list. How do you feel about the deck? How do you feel about the concept of these big tag, Pokemon VMAX?
I think I'll start by saying I don't like Pokemon VMAX personally, but I think that they do add, something that we haven't seen for a little bit, which is like having to attack something multiple times.
For sure.
Just with bigger HP instead of, just doing 50 a turn, you're doing 130, and that's like a 2-shot or a 3-shot.
For sure.
So that is kind of nice. That is refreshing that it's not just big 1-shot after 1-shot. And I do think that, having to evolve them balances out a little bit more.
I like them more than tag teams.
For sure.
Yeah.
I would agree with that for sure.
Yeah.
But I think the deck is cool. I think that it has something pretty neat going on with it. The ability to kind of just put damage where you need to against like those... something that we don't really see a lot, or we used to not see a lot, where these 1-prize decks, usually are favored against, these big GX decks, these tag team decks, in a way, because they only give up 1 prize. This one kind of, it feels the opposite. Like, this has pretty good 1-prizer matchups.
But maybe not as good against decks that can, like, really hit it for a ton of damage.
For sure. Yeah. Hitting it for a ton of damage, having a bunch of HP, all these other VMAX decks. Maybe against regular tag team decks, it's a little bit better. Because, they have a little bit less HP.
Right.
But I think the deck is cool. I would like, a way to recover stuff. I think you have, the Zigzagoon is a pretty important part against some of those other decks. Having a way to get it back would be nice.
I think that deck should play Mallow and Lana too.
For sure. A way to
Especially
heal.
With Mind Report?
Right.
I mean, then you could just do it over again.
Exactly. Yeah. Especially because they're going to 2-shot you. They're going to put the damage on, and you sometimes don't have that extra turn that you need to get set up. So having a way to heal seems good. Another way to switch is really good.
Right.
So, but I think the deck is really cool. I like this version of it a lot.
Yep. For sure. Toxtricity, he's big dude, does a lot of damage. It's kind of like what we saw here. The Garbodor was cool, but like as we saw, Dragapult just takes care of those. There's they don't get to stick, The Dragapult just like knocks them out. So against other decks, the Garbodors are going to be more effective. Against Dragapult, it's better for me to just stick to the 2-hit KO strategy because the math doesn't check out for me, even if I get the Garbodor into play, I'm dealing like, 250 damage base. I would have to have, all the stars aligned, double Electro Power turn to knock one out.
Right.
It's probably not happening. So
unlikely.
no. So I think that the Garbodor is good, especially against like tag team decks and things like that. Decks that are not sniping at every turn. But it can also just operate as this big tanky lightning deck that just does a lot of damage. And for that, I was pretty impressed. So
what's your line on the Garbodor in the deck?
it's 3/2.
3/2.
Yep.
Okay.
And then there's a 3/3 Toxtricity VMAX line, and just one Zeraora, one Boltund.
Oh.
Very straightforward.
Very straightforward.
Yeah. Yep. So anyways, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to check out the Twitch stream, twitch.tv/TrickyJim. Big thanks to Matt for playing the games with us. And also make sure to check out FullGripGames.com, where we have pre-orders for Rebel Clash singles available now. Supporting Full Grip Games directly supports the content we create here at Tricky Jim.